Hey guys, I didn't make any trades today. I've just been letting my one position stay open, trying to maximize the profit out of that. I don't want to hold it all the way till expiration. I just want to realize, 70 to 80% of it. Mostly I'm just waiting on the job data to release. I'm expecting a pretty good bounce back once that data comes out, even if it's bad. No data is typically worse for the market than bad data. But today I was thinking about something because I've had a few people ask me outside of YouTube why I'm trading on the stock market and learning how to trade instead of opening a 401k, any retirement account really. Well, the number one reason is that I plan to retire hopefully before I'm 40 years old. I don't want to work the rest of my life, and I want to be around and available mentally and emotionally whenever I have children. Number two, which is a very big reason, is that 401ks take about 7.75 to 1% per year in fees. Now, they don't make it easy to find out what the fees are for, or where exactly they're taken out, or at what point they're taken out, like what point in time. But with max contributions and low-end average of 0.75%, you will lose about 18% of your total gains after 40 years of contributions. And I have some math that I can give you here in a minute, but max contributions are also a limiting factor. If you're able to put in more than $24,000 a year into your retirement account, then there is very little reason why you should be using a 401k. I believe last time I checked, and it might be different now, but last time I checked, 24,000 was the contribution max per year that you could put into a 401k. And my math is you're putting 24,000 in per year, and you're paying 0.75% per year in fees, which is just below average, right? The average is somewhere between 0.75 and 1%. So we're going to go with the low average of 0.75. And that gives you the best chance of maximizing your benefits out of your 401k. Depositing max contributions, as well as finding a low average or something lower than average. For my math, I just went ahead and used low average at 0.75% per year. The faster you retire, this is the reason for those numbers being the best case, the faster you retire, the less chance whatever firm has to siphon off of your deposits and your growth on your account. So my math, I ran two time frames, and I even ran two percentages. The 30 years, at 30 years in a 401k, you will have set aside 2.341 million. So $2,341,000. Of that, you'll be giving away $375,000 to the firms that are managing your money. That leaves you a retirement balance of $1.966 million, or $1.8 million at high average 401k at 1% drag, right? So if you're not able to find a 401k below 0.75%, and it's higher than 0.75%, closer to that 1%, at 30 years, you'll have 1.8 million. In 40 years, you'll have saved or accumulated $5 million and given away $900,000 to retire with 4.1 million. If you make if you pay 1% in fees, you will have given away $1.3 million after working for 40 years at 1% drag, and you'll retire with $3.79 million out of $5 million. That is insane to me. And the number 3 reason that I'm trading instead of just putting my money into a 401k is that my retirement goal is highly compressed. I've wasted too many years not saving, not putting money aside. I have a lot of catching up to do. I'm not old enough to be allowed to catch up. I won't be old enough for another 20 some odd years, so a little less than 20 years. I think the age is 50, and I'm in my mid-30s. I plan to deposit about $26,000 a year, and my goal for growth is 1% per week average compounding. That means my account reaches 100K in just under 2 years, where a 401k takes 4.8 years to hit 100,000. And even at half my goal, if I'm only achieving 0.5% average per week, I hit 100K in 3.1 years. And that's 18 months, over 18 months actually, sooner than what the 401k would reach that same benchmark. My plan at 50% performance hits 300K before year 8, while a 401k takes 12 years. So roughly 2/3 of the time it takes a 401k holder to reach 300K, I'll have already reached 300K. The additional compounding effect plus the removal of fees adds a massive advantage. Not to mention, I will be putting more into my account per year than you're even allowed in a 401k. So my deposits are bigger and my returns are bigger, and I have no fee. The way those accounts are set up is so that the bigger your starting balance, like in a rolling 1 year, or not a rolling 1 year, but in a 1 year time frame, the larger your account balance, the more you make in returns, the more they get paid. You get paid more too, but it's offset by the percentage that they make. And the average return, once you account for inflation, the average return of the stock market is 7%. So just to beat the market after accounting for inflation, you have to make 8% at minimum, 7.75%. Now, mind it, this plan can't work for everyone. It's not a cookie cutter goal. It's not a cookie cutter plan. I'm aiming for 1% and $500 a week. Even for me, that's really rough. That's a very tight budget. But the logic stands on its own. If you can deposit more than $25 a year into your account and make more on the market than you lose, you'll be able to retire much faster. And that assumes you can learn fast and are okay with numbers and don't let a losing week turn into a losing month. Now, my channel is not going to give you advice. My channel is a breakdown of my trades, my mindset going into my trades, my psychology, if you will, when it comes to trading. Because I know I'm going to have bad habits. I'm going to have to break those habits. And at some point down the road, those bad habits are going to come back, because that's the way bad habits are. They always try to come back. And if you can't remember how you resolved those, or what the fix was for those problems that you were putting on yourself, you need a record. You need a journal. Right now, your goal, at least if your account is as small as mine, your goal should be to survive. You want to survive the market fluctuations. You want to survive the bad habits. You want to survive the mistakes. You want to patch the holes in your strategy. You want to outline different methods and different types of markets that you can implement different strategies into. The way that you trade in a bull market is completely different than the way you trade in a bear or a sideways market. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you for watching. I value your input. If there's something you liked or didn't like about the video, go ahead and let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, all I ask for is a like and subscribe if you want to follow me. We'll see how it goes.